Hello there, keto followers or just channel supporters. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being patient with me as I have not been updating my keto journey as often as I would like to. So where are we at right now? Well, as of last time, you know that we made it through the holidays and we did all right, especially considering it was the holidays. But this last couple of weeks, I've felt like I was on this plateau and was not feeling or noticing any kind of progress. And it was starting to get really frustrating. So then I decided I needed to do something that I was really scared to do, especially with my long history of an eating disorder. But I decided, you know what, I can try at least for one day and see how it goes and document. Keep track of my net carbs, which is what the Keto Atkins program is all about, keeping track of your net carbs. And I said, I'm just going to do it for one day and we're going to try to figure this thing out and see why this isn't working. Well, it was a huge eye opener, of course. And I realized, by keeping track that I had been out of control with portions, out of control as far as on carbs. It needed to be reined in. And that has been kind of a nerve-wracking thing. I pretty much knew that was going to be the case, but was like astonished and really quite disturbed and upset by just how out of control it was. But I was really nervous and still am as far as, keeping track. I have been doing that for 3 days. And definitely I'm feeling like, oh, okay, we're back in ketosis. Things are going again. This is good. But it's something where I'm having to check in with myself every few hours, literally like every few hours, or even every time I eat, or every time I write down these net carbs that I have measured out, because it could so quickly, so easily lead to disordered eating behaviors and thoughts and that kind of stuff. And that is the biggest fear, and what I'm most worried about in this process of trying to get healthy in order to be comfortable and to have less pain, less physical pain. I've been really nervous to do this, but I feel like I'm at a point where this risk is absolutely necessary. If I'm going to make any more progress, get any further on this journey towards living with less pain and getting the pressure off of my joints, this is something I just have to do. And so what I'm thinking is, if I just take 5 minutes or even 1 minute morning and night and just video check in, not live, I'll just put it together after a few days, maybe a week, all those little, check-in times, maybe that will help keep me in the right headspace. Also, by not bringing the wrong foods into the house. My trigger food is ice cream, 100%. It absolutely is. The alternative would be to get like the Rebel pint-size ice cream so that there's just no way to, go out of control. Another option is just, if I'm dying for some ice cream, but worried about, potential binge and purge situations, go to a drive-through and just get the one serving and call it good. Work it into my carb count and just let it be. So I'm nervous, okay? But I do feel like I'm at least thinking rationally about getting myself set up for success and setting up to hopefully avoid failure on this one. It's something that I've struggled with forever. And for the last 10 years, well, not quite 10 years, for the last 6 years, every time I've attempted any kind of weight loss or trying to improve my health, that kind of thing, seriously, every time without fail, I have ended up eventually at some point going down the disordered path and had to just quit. But as the pain has gotten so intense and unbearable and debilitating, it's one of those situations where you have to risk the danger because the situation is so desperate, and fighting fire with another fire, as it were. And so that is what we're trying to do. Like I said, I have kept track for 3 days now. Well, this is day 3 that I'm writing down my carb counts, and it has really helped me to see, oh, hey, this is what you're doing. And also keeping track of the times of day that I'm tending to eat or not eat has also been incredibly informative and insightful. And I think something that I really need to work on as far as time goes, getting to bed on time. I mean, that's just good for you anyway, but especially when it comes to weight loss and to eating properly, going to bed on time makes a big difference. Because if you're like me, if you're human, there's a very strong possibility that you get hungry at night for nothing that your body actually needs. Just get those, those late night cravings. And if you're already asleep, you're going to avoid that little problem. So that is something that I am working on this week. So those two things, keeping track, I guess three things, keeping track of the carbs, checking in morning and night so that I keep myself in the right headspace, and going to bed on time. I feel like by doing those three things, we're going to start really getting back on track and getting things moving along. It's not like I've been, going the other way and like gaining weight again or anything. No, it's just, I've just been at this standstill. And it's great that I've made a little bit of progress, but where my whole purpose is to ease the pressure on my joints, we have a long ways to go yet. And so we need to get this moving. And I'm really feeling like that's what I've been able to do these past few days, and it's feeling pretty good. So beyond that, I need to be adding in some better options and choices. I'm already doing pretty good at that and having things on hand that are pre-made or pre-assembled, the little salads, that really helps. Having my Atkins shakes and snacks and having mixed nuts and cheese sticks, things like that, easily available. That definitely helps. But something else I want to start, I'm not going to focus on it this week because I don't want to overwhelm myself, bite off more than I can chew, and try to be improving in too many areas at once, because that is absolutely setting up for catastrophic failure. But next week, I am going to start working with serious intention and determination on cooking, making more of those meals. And I've done that so, here and there, but I want to make a real effort with that next week to try and cook like every day of the week, to make some real food, some good food. But at this point, for this next 7 days, I think it would be wiser to just focus on counting the carbs, keeping my head, my mind in check, and going to bed on time, and get those things in order and start making that into a habit, and then we'll go from there. Now, that's where I'm at. Please tell me where you are at in any of your goals and efforts that you are making to make your life better, to make your body healthier, to bring more happiness into your little bubble. I want to know what you are working on. It doesn't have to be health and body related. There are so many other areas of our lives where we can make improvements that will benefit our overall happiness and mental well-being. So please tell me about those things in the comments so that I can cheer for you and we can support each other. All right, I will see you all very soon. Have a fabulous day and enjoy the rest of your weekend.